Potepa out of Poland.
5, 8, 3, and 1 on the march of the day. We're ready to go with group 4. 7. Car 7. 4. 10. 9.
So Scotty calling them off and sending them on their way.
2. 5. 8. 3. 1. All right, we're off and rolling here. Group number 4, round 4 qualifying.
As we work here with Scott Kendall. And as he works through this section right there, one of my favorite. If you watch some of the fastest guys in the world go through that section, just there, almost looks like they're just kind of floating as they bounce through those two little sections. And a straight shot there. And Scott having some difficulties as he works down the straightaway there with a 32.3 to go with that 34. Let's see if we can catch up with car 9, Kelly Churchill, as she is laying down some laps here as Ryoji Takahashi had a hot first lap but unable to come across for a second lap here. That's actually going to move the female driver Kelly Churchill to the top spot as she works through the triple now, trying to get around that car, having some difficulties there. So Kelly going single, single, and tumble as her line. So the switch the camera to a driver, causing the driver to crash, continues to be on point here this week. And so that mistake will drop her down just a little bit there. She goes 37.5. But lots of mistakes here in this one as we stay with the New Zealand driver Kelly Churchill. So this is a very difficult track. The traction changes throughout the sections a little bit. 2 to 3 different grip levels. These doubles in the back, camera may not give it the perspective it deserves. Each one of those gaps is very large, 15 to 20 feet for each one of those. And so the momentum has to be carried. Otherwise, there is no shot with the two-wheel drive buggy. You are going to clear any of those. And it will be very interesting to see as we go into the four-wheel drive program on Thursday. When we reverse the direction of the course, those drivers are going to be heading into that section directly after the straightaway. But then you will know right away whether your lap is going to be good or not. So right now the driver's going into the toughest section right at the end of their lap. And starting with the four-wheel drive program, they'll have this section to start their lap. So Kelly continuing to run good laps. That one the best of her program right there, 32.597 on lap number 4. So Australia and New Zealand being in similar time zones here have been in the LiveRC forums and chatting it up on Facebook and on the live broadcast chat, cheering on their fellow countrymen and women. And right now we are watching one of the New Zealand drivers, Kelly Churchill, in the pink buggy as she works here on the Sun Paddow left-hander. That little short shoot right before that Sun Paddow left-hander is really off camber. It is very high in the back and works to the front. You may not be able to see that at home on the camera as much, but it works from the back of the lane to the front of the lane. It is rather steep. And so it wants to pull the drivers down to the bottom of the lane right into the tube there in that corner. And so Kelly doing a good job in that last run to avoid that mistake. So right here, yeah, really drops down and wants to pull you down the hillside there. So we'll try to catch up here in the final 30 seconds with car number 10, Lucas, who is your current pace setter. He should be coming down the straightaway right now. Into that right-hand side. He's on a 10.529, the only driver on a 10-lap run. Kelly still on a top 5 run here as we follow her around on what should be her final lap of the race with 15 seconds on her clock. Floats it nicely over the triple into the Orca Bowl there. Single, single, likely single here as well. I would single the third one. That seems to be the most difficult of the four for the drivers, and she goes for it on the fourth. And that will finish up her race with the car upside down there in the sweeper. So Lukasz Potepa will take the win, 10 and a 5:28. He is qualified 32nd. So Chris Mitchell from that last one actually running a little quicker than Lukasz here.
Kelly and Scott, you are done. Kelly and Scott Kendall, you are done. Racing behind you, though. There we go. Keep going, guys. Keep going, Scott. Go, go, go.
And Kelly Churchill, that we actually followed for that with some mistakes by some other drivers, a 34 out of Backhee Lee, 34.3, and then Scott Kendall 37.4 on the last lap. Kelly Churchill will actually take second there in that heat, so she'll go 35th overall for the round with a few heats left to go. So a great run for her. And Lukasz 10.5.26.